In New York City, the center of art and culture in the U.S., a movie festival featuring dozens of indie films was forced to cancel due to enormous amounts of pressure and interference from Beijing. This is one of the Chinese regime's latest attempts to enforce its suppression and censorship tactics beyond China's borders. To find out how all these happened, NTD's Flora talks to the director of the film festival for first-hand account. Here's the story.
Why was the film festival cancelled and so suddenly?
Yes, well, every time I'm asked, I tell people, don't ask me this question. You should ask those who suppressed the festival why they decided to cancel it.
If we were to rate it on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, how would you rate the pressure or threats you and your festival participants faced?
You can only rate it as a 10. The scope was extremely broad. It wasn't just me, as I said. Directors, their families, and even people attending the festival or those helping to host discussions, basically anyone involved could experience interference. So the reach is very wide.
So what kinds of interferences were there?
It wasn't just economic threats. It could even include safety threats in many forms. They could also target your family, which is another type of threat.
How can they threaten family? Do they lock them up or something?
I don't know exactly how they do it. Many people connected to China have family there. Even if your parents aren't targeted, they can go after your siblings. They don't even have to say anything. A few people might just visit your home, and that alone creates immense psychological pressure.
Zhu posted on Facebook just days before the event, saying he got a phone call from his father in China. His father spoke in an unusual tone, warning him not to do anything that harms China. He then received a separate phone call from his studio in Beijing, threatening to arrest him once he returned to China. Zhu was never told why. When you first heard about all these, was your initial reaction to cancel?
Of course, I didn't want to cancel from the beginning. At first, I just thought maybe only a small number of people were under pressure and unsure about screening their films. But in the end, when 80 to 90% of them said they couldn't show their films, it meant the festival would have almost nothing left to screen.
When you finally made the decision to cancel, how did you feel inside?
I felt really upset because after working on this for so long, in the end, we couldn't even show the films publicly. We couldn't even meet the most basic requirement of running a normal film festival. I condemn the pressure that forced me to cancel the festival, and I will continue to protest it. I will keep telling people about what happened.
Zhu has repeatedly said he's simply an artist who wants to uphold freedom of expression, isn't an activist. Meanwhile, Zhu still hopes he can return to China and keep contributing to the Chinese filmmaking industry. But he knows he may have to give up his passion and lifelong career, and even carry out prison time. Flora, NTD News.